In his recent comedy, Maybe This Time, Michael Madden explores online dating with a twist. The play's 4 scenes all present the first meeting of a couple that originally made contact online. Each scene has 4 characters: the man, the woman, and their brains. As the characters interact, the audience hears what they think as well as what they say. First up are Frank and Kathleen and their brains. Thanks to the brains' contribution, the audience can see that she's too sensitive for him and he's too crude for her. It's harder for them to get a clear picture of each other because they can only hear what the other person says, not what the other brain says. Because Frank and Kathleen want to make a connection, they are not entirely honest with each other or themselves. The couple in the second scene is no more successful than the first one, but for a different reason. This time, the guy, Roger, is too sensitive for the gal, Sandra, while Sandra is too conniving for Roger. After a 15-minute intermission, Madden shuffles the deck. First, the 2 disingenuous characters meet up. Predictably, Frank and Sandra try to play each other, and they are surprisingly susceptible to being played. If one can say these 2 deserve each other, it isn't because they deserve anything good. Up to this point, the encounters are mainly comic. The dialogue is funny, and the characters are recognizable types who interact believably with each other and with their brains. The insecurities of online dating are tellingly observed. The final meeting is the one with the most at stake because Kathleen and Roger were both sympathetic in their first appearances. The problem is that the audience knows the characters better than they know each other. Because they are trying too hard to make a good impression, they can't just relax and be natural. This affecting encounter, sensitively presented by Mara Bellini and Paul James, is the right one for the play to have ended on, even though the ending was not what I was expecting. Carrie Priestmeyer as Sandra and George Dorr IV as Frank brought out the humor in their characters' grasping crassness. Todd McCallie and Tanya Darabchek were delightfully uninhibited as the brains. Pamela Raykamp's direction kept the show moving at a natural pace. Playwright Madden has lived in San Diego for nearly 40 years, but the graduate of McBride High School says in the program, St. Louis will always feel like home. He can be very proud of his homecoming with Maybe This Time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I missed it. I went to California myself for a wedding that weekend, and it just played one weekend, but maybe he'll be back with something else.
But maybe next time you'll see it.
Maybe next time.